everybody. This is Chloe Hudson with World Peace Projects. Thank you so much for joining me. So today I wanted to talk about the huge expansion in manifestation energy right now. And I find this to be a very important topic to bring everybody back to the remembrance and awareness of it, because we've all been experiencing a plethora of tumultuous and unsettling times. And this is very much by design. So I always like to say in my teachings that when you're looking upon the inverse, when you're looking at the false matrix reality and you're experiencing very chaotic, seemingly upsetting, negative, oppressive, these types of energies, then what's truly happening in the organic original experience is most often quite opposite of the inverse. So when we see a huge uptick in just chaotic, unsettling, nerve-wracking, change-oriented commotion-like experiences, which we've been experiencing a ton lately, and especially in the US right now, then it is telling in its own right the frequency of that experience, what's really playing out in a more organic original space. So there's a big red flag when it comes to these types of all sorts of different parallel lines and experiences going off on tangents, because those in the frequency signature and the design of them, they feel upsetting. They grab you and propel you forward, right? And you get, it's sometimes not necessarily you, but we get caught up in this emotional charge, and we start pulling in all different directions. And ultimately what it works to do is become very unsettling to your foundation. This could be your emotional foundation, or even your literal, geographical foundation, what have you. When that happens, it's very important to start to notice the design of that frequency, a very strong intention within that to uproot you and unsettle you. So if that's a part of the design, then we need to step back and ask why, okay? Well, one reason why is because there's so much energy in your authentic creator self to manifest and create right now. The ability for us all to tune in and concentrate and clear out all of the other chaos and muck, at least for the time that we have to offer ourselves to focus on our type of work. There's so much impetus and charge right now around truly manifesting very clear, concrete, powerful experiences. And as we all know, how the frequencies and the vibratory rate of the planet and the mass consciousness has been expanding and elevating for a very long time, that it is happening now in a very unprecedented way. If you are to get back to your basics and allot yourself some more time and focus on your ability to move through these manifestation, magnetization type processes, then the fruits of your labor can be really unprecedented right now. And I speak to this because I've been putting in some extra focus lately around the way in which I'm focusing around my manifestations. I have a tendency every morning to write out my gratitude practice. And I like to do my writing, my scribing, and then focus in and visualize on those gratitudes coming into fruition. So I focus on what it is that I'm ready to experience, and I also reflect on what I'm grateful that I am experiencing. And I always read those out to myself. Well, I've added an extra implement lately of moving through these gratitudes and then taking a pause at each subject line and checking in if there's any emotions that are unsettling or disbelief, and working to clear that, and then going back and then verbalizing these gratitudes again, now clear and allowing for these frequencies to move into my field. I did this for 2 days earlier this week, And one of the focus points was financial. And within 2 days, a bulk amount, a significant amount of financial prosperity came through. I was very clear that the results of those prosperity packets coming forward was a direct reflection of the minor amount of energy that I had put forward to taking that much more care around my manifestations to hone in and clarify any of the little bumps or roadblocks, such as the emotions of disbelief and doubt, clear those out of the way, and then move forward. So, if we haven't remembered our basics of manifestation, or perhaps we've just gotten so far away from it because life is happening, and sometimes it's easy to get in the role of having a good habit, such as your gratitudes and focusing in and visualizing, and then we fall off the wagon and life gets busy, so we have to come back around. Well, let's just have a quick review, shall we, on the basics of manifestation. So when we're focused on the outcome of what it is that we desire, it's very important to take time and continue to challenge the outcome that you perceive you want with asking why. We want to ensure this is the actual final result desired, not the technique or avenue in which we believe we're going to get to the ultimate final desire. So, for example, one could say, my outcome is to manifest $20,000 this month. And I challenge that outcome. Why do you want to manifest $20,000? Because I want to take a vacation. Why do you want to take a vacation? Because I want to feel relaxed and at peace and have joy and adventure in my life. Why do you want to feel relaxed and at peace and have adventure in my life? Because that's fun. Okay, great. So now we've gotten down to the brass tacks of the matter. I want to have fun. I want to have enjoyment, peace, and adventure. And it'd be really great if the way in which I accessed it was through this $20,000, influx. Okay, awesome. So one way in which I would like to receive this peace and adventure and excitement through exploration could be $20,000. That would be amazing, but it is absolutely not limited to that. So take time to uncover and really challenge what it is you really want when you get down to the base of the matter. And this can be difficult for people because it seems simplistic. Because usually when we start to challenge our desired outcomes, we come down to these more easy needs, safety, security, happiness, emotional fulfillment. And for some reason, for a lot of us, that feels like it's just not enough. That to ask for that is somehow going to limit how much you're going to receive, because we have all of these ideas of how we're going to access that experience of fun and peace and joy and love. Though the reality is you'll never be able to fathom how many ways and in which avenues and timings and through who you could receive these experiences. And the more you start to limit your experiences of how you're going to receive that, the less avenues of opportunity you're offering yourself. So you may need to take time to challenge why you feel that it's not enough for you to simply ask for happiness and joy and fun. Okay. And it could very much be that you focus on money. That's fine. But usually, especially when it comes to the money piece for people, the money is the how to get what they want. The money is that currency of exchange. So it's not that they just want money and that's it. Because are you going to get the money and just hold it and not touch it and not spend it? You're usually going to utilize that, and even if you're saving it because of that sense of security and support, right? So it's very important to have that ultimate outcome at hand and focusing. And then if you want to offer up through your visualization and your writing certain avenues in which you would like to receive it, that it might be fun, but absolutely not limited to. Next, you allow yourself to really get into that experience. visualizing, playing with it, manifesting it, talking it out. Use your spell casting, even if you're by yourself. I always read these out loud because I am creating spell casting. I am invoking my desires, and I'm releasing that out through frequency in sound. And then once you're accessing that energy and that charge, then you allow yourself to know that this experience is happening now. You're receiving it now. You're so grateful that you're already experiencing it. In certain ways that you can already experience it is through other people. So here's a wonderful way in which I like to utilize that, because sometimes there's that rub for people where it feels like a lie or a trick to say, I have it now, right? Because you can't necessarily open up your bank account, bam, there's that $20,000, or you're not having that sense of joy in all now moments. Though you can use this kind of secondary approach that I like to utilize. So one way that it's very easy for me to always tune into knowing that I'm already experiencing it is from knowing that I am connected to the unified field. I am a part of mass consciousness. I truly have experience with all as one. So this is an experiential knowing for me. This has gone beyond a concept or a belief or something that just sounds nice in spiritualism. I'm connected to everyone and all things, and I can access that in any now moment, hence the reason I do the work that I do. I know that there are millions of people out there that are experiencing joy, adventure, safety, happiness, $20,000 plus in their bank account, all of these things. And they're in current now moment with these experiences. And all I need to do is to tune in to their abundance. You know, I live vicariously through them, if you will, by celebrating their accomplishments. I don't even have to know the exact person. I can just tap into the energetics of that being experienced in now moment by millions and millions of people and be so celebratory for them in that, that when I celebrate that, I'm owning that experience as mine, right? And for me, that's very real. It's very palpable. And it gives me a realistic approach to how to experience this now. And then, of course, you release that out, and then you must act on any inspired examples that come forward or opportunities for you to receive that. They'll continue to come back to these desired manifestations in your visualization and check in on any negating belief systems or thought forms around it and work to continue to release those so you can open up to more reception. There's so much powerful momentum right now, guys, around manifesting your desires. And we're also shifting into this Mercury retrograde season now, which gives such a fantastic opportunity to reflect on these types of experience. It's a really good time to do the inner work, to access that inner journey and excavate these things that no longer serve you, so you can open up more space to draw your experiences energetics in. If you enjoy this video, please take half a second and like it. That helps me tremendously. I would love for you to subscribe. I am so happy you guys are here with me. I love you very, very much. If you want to check out my work, please visit worldpeaceprojects.global, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Bye-bye.